8, let's talk about that real shift that happens when a woman hits 40. See, before that, she's been moving through a world that tell her who to be, how to look, how to love, how to serve. She been playing by rules she ain't even right. But one day she wake up and something inside her say, nah, this ain't it no more. That's the moment she stopped chasing validation and start chasing self-realization. That's when the mirror start telling her truth instead of stories. She don't need 10 people telling her she beautiful. She knows it now, not from her skin, but from her soul. She done spent years trying to prove she's enough, and now she realized she been enough the whole time. Ain't nobody gonna hand her peace. She gotta build it brick by brick out of lessons and losses. See, when a woman reached that space, her energy changed. She stopped explaining herself. She stopped overgiving. She stopped entertaining what drains her. She started protecting her vibe like it's sacred, 'cause it is. Every no, she says now got power in it. Every yes come from alignment, not obligation. She moved from wanting to be chosen to choosing herself. You can feel it in her walk, slow, certain, no rush. She ain't trying to keep up no more, she trying to keep peace. She ain't chasing attention, she attracting respect. It's like she finally see herself the way life been trying to show her, not as what she lost, but as what she's become. It took her years to understand that validation is a leash. It'll have you barking for approval from people who don't even value your worth. Now she done cut that leash. She roam free, not wild, but wise. She understands that love that need permission ain't love, it's control. And the world that once fed on her insecurities can't touch her no more, 'cause she's eating confidence for breakfast. This woman start building her life like legacy. She don't just exist, she creates. She invests in her peace, her purpose, her craft, her circle. She stopped waiting for apologies that never came and started thanking herself for surviving what tried to break her. She finally realized her soft ain't weakness, it's balance. Her silence ain't fear, it's focus. Her solitude ain't loneliness, it's recovery. She ain't running from her past either. She embraced it, 'cause it made her who she is. She looked back at the girl she used to be, the one who said yes too much, who cried in silence, who loved beyond her limits. And she don't shame her, she thanks her, 'cause that girl walked her here. Now she moves different, intentional, graceful, grounded. She knows energy don't lie and peace ain't free. And listen, this stage of life, it ain't the end of youth, it's the start of truth. She ain't afraid of getting older, 'cause she finally feels alive. She learned the difference between chemistry and connection, between attention and appreciation. She don't need to be seen by the world when she's finally seen by herself. That's what freedom look like. Not loud, not flashy, but real. She start understanding her power ain't in who she attract, it's in who she allow. Her standards rise quietly, her circles shrink naturally. She find joy in little things, a calm morning, a clean home, a song that remind her she still got soul in her spirit. And through all that, she realized validation was never the prize, it was the distraction. The real victory is clarity. You see, when a woman steps into that season, she don't just grow, she glows different. Her peace become her perfume. Her silence become her sermon. Her confidence don't need captions. You feel it when she walk in a room. That's not ego. That's alignment. That's her knowing who she is without asking permission to be it. So if you ever wonder what self-realization look like, it's her. The woman who stopped waiting for someone to tell her she matter and started acting like she does. The one who stopped seeking validation 'cause she found truth. And once she tastes that kind of peace, there ain't no going back. Beauty change when you stop letting the world define it for you. When you've been through enough storms, enough late nights crying, enough mirror talking, you start seeing Beauty different. It ain't just the face no more. It's the fight. It's not the body. It's the balance. It's not the youth. It's the energy. See, a woman after 40, she carry a kind of beauty that can't be airbrushed or filtered. It's written in her walk, in her tone, in the way she hold eye contact. You can't fake that. That's lived experience mixed with peace. That's the kind of glow you earn. You can tell she done been through it, but she came out better, not bitter. She learned that her worth ain't something that fade with age. It deepens with time. The world been lying to her for decades, telling her she losing value as the years stack up. But what she really losing is the need to prove it. She done spent half her life trying to fit into boxes that wasn't built for her spirit. Now she breaking them. She don't wear her worth like a dress. She wear it like skin. It's part of her now. She know her stretch marks tell stories. Her wrinkles hold wisdom. Her scars got names. That's real beauty. That's history in motion. You can't measure that kind of value with numbers or likes or opinions. She learned that validation from strangers don't build peace. She learned that the mirror can't see the soul. And she realized that every time she gave away her power to be accepted, she was starving her own greatness. Now she feeding it. She talked to herself different now, with grace, with love, with gratitude. She stopped asking, am I enough? And started saying, I am enough. And when that switch happened, her presence changed. She walked like she already home inside herself. She laughed louder, loved slower, moved smarter. She ain't trying to compete. She trying to complete herself. That's the kind of beauty you can't market cause it ain't for sale. That's the kind that make people stare without even knowing why. It's calm. It's confident. It's certain. She understand now. Beauty ain't something you chase. It's something you remember. It's who you've been this whole time underneath the noise, the pressure, the doubt. It's the woman who rise again after losing everything. It's the one who chooses to heal instead of hate. That's real worth. Not the kind people give you, but the kind nobody can take away. And when she reached that point, she stopped apologizing for taking space. She started speaking up, not loud, just clear. She stopped shrinking to fit people's comfort zones. If her truth make you uneasy, that's your lesson, not her problem. 'Cause she spent too long dimming her light so others could feel tall. Now she shine without guilt. That's what happens when you redefine beauty. It becomes power. You see, society glorify youth 'cause it don't understand wisdom. They celebrate the start of the story, not the chapters where you actually grow. But she know better now. She know that every year added is another layer of substance. She know that fine wine ain't made overnight. It's aged, it's tested, it's refined. Same goes for her. She not who she was at 20, and she proud of that. She ain't chasing what's gone. She building on what's real. And deep down, she realized worth ain't about attraction. It's about alignment. The right one's gonna see her glow even when the world overlook her. She don't need to shout to be seen. Her energy do the talking. You feel her presence before she speak, 'cause her confidence ain't loud, it's rooted. That's what happens when you stop seeking beauty and start embodying it. Now she live in a peace money can't buy and time can't touch. She wake up knowing she enough, go to bed knowing she gave her best. She wear her age like armor, her wisdom like jewels, and every scar, every laugh line, every lesson, it all add up to something priceless. That's beauty redefined. That's worth realized. And once a woman finds that inside herself, there ain't a mirror in this world that can tell her different. There comes a time when a woman get tired of carrying everybody else's emotions like they her own. She get tired of fixing, explaining, pleasing. She get tired of feeling trapped in expectations that don't serve her spirit. So she start craving something deeper. Not attention, not approval, freedom. Not the kind you run to, but the kind that come from within. She realized emotional freedom ain't about walking away from people. It's about walking back to herself. It's about taking her heart off the market and giving it back to her soul. She been the comfort, the listener, the healer. But who been that for her? She done poured so much into others that she forgot what it feel like to be full. Now she looking for peace that don't need an audience. She want love that don't come with conditions. She wants silence that don't feel empty. See, emotional freedom start when she stopped negotiating her peace for somebody else's comfort. When she stopped explaining why she feel what she feel. When she start trusting her intuition more than people's opinions. She ain't trying to control no more. She letting go. 'Cause she learned control is fear dressed as security. And fear don't live here no more. Now she moving different, slow, aware, intentional. She responds, she don't react. She listen, but she don't absorb. She love, but she don't lose herself in it. That's what freedom sound like. Quiet, but powerful. It's the kind of peace you earn after years of emotional noise. She don't chase closure no more. She create it. She don't wait for people to match her energy. She protect it. She don't beg for understanding, she embody it. Every time she choose peace over drama, she reclaim a piece of her power. You can see it in her eyes now, clear, calm, sure. She been through the cycles of love that drained her, conversations that went in circles, promises that never showed up, and all that pain taught her something heavy. You can't build peace with people who live in chaos. She learned to stop expecting healing from the same hands that broke her. That's when she started to breathe again, slow and deep, like she remembering who she was before the world told her to be somebody else. She know now that emotional freedom ain't the absence of love, it's the presence of boundaries. It's not about hardening up, it's about learning when to open and when to close. It's not about being cold, it's about choosing warmth wisely. She ain't bitter, she's balanced. She ain't detached, she's discerning. She don't need to prove nothing, no more. Her peace speaks louder than her pain ever did. And that's the thing. Emotional freedom don't make her less loving. It make her love smarter. She stopped mistaking attachment for connection. She stopped confusing consistency with care. She stopped letting her emotions be manipulated by people who don't understand empathy. Now her love got structure. It got discipline. It got clarity. She's still soft, but that softness is earned, not assumed. She don't give it to everybody. She guard it like treasure. She understands now that freedom don't mean loneliness. It means self-trust. It means sitting with her own company and not feeling the need to escape. It means crying when she need to, laughing when she can, and not explaining either. It's knowing that her emotions don't make her weak. They make her real. And real ain't easy in a world that worships masks. But she done with performing. She living now. And when you see her now, you can tell she ain't searching. She flowing. She ain't chasing what left. She attracting what aligned. She ain't trying to be understood by everybody because she finally understands herself. That's emotional wealth right there. When peace become the currency and honesty the investment. When she choose clarity over confusion, solitude over fake connection, and growth over comfort. She built this version of herself from pain that would have crushed a weaker soul. But she ain't bitter about it. She grateful. 'Cause all that chaos pushed her toward calm. All that heartbreak made her heart wiser. All those lessons made her free. Now she wake up feeling light. Not 'cause her life perfect, but 'cause her spirit finally is. She ain't afraid of losing people anymore, 'cause she stopped losing herself to keep them. And that right there, that peace, that power, that calm after the storm, that's what emotional freedom feels like. There comes a point when a woman stops living for everybody else. When she stopped bending just to keep the peace, when she stopped pouring in the cups that never pour back, she wake up one day and realize her life been about serving, helping, pleasing, and carrying people who was never meant to walk her whole path. That's when it shift. That's when she start choosing purpose over people. It don't happen overnight. At first, she feel guilty for pulling back, for saying no, for choosing herself. But that guilt start to fade once she see what peace feel like. She start understanding that love without boundaries ain't love. It's self-abandonment. And she done with losing herself in other people's stories. Now, she writing her own. Purpose hit different when you've been sleeping on it your whole life. When you've been giving energy to distractions, to drama, to people who love what you do for them, but don't love who you are. She used to call that loyalty. Now she see it was fear. Fear of being alone, fear of disappointing people, fear of outgrowing what no longer fit. But when she finally decided to walk in purpose, that fear get quiet, because purpose got a voice of its own. Calm, certain, divine. She stopped explaining why she moving different. She stopped apologizing for protecting her space. She understand now, everybody ain't meant to go where she going. Some people was lessons, not lifelines. Some people was chapters, not the whole book. And that's cool, because she ain't mad no more. She grateful. Grateful for what they taught her, grateful for what they showed her, and grateful for the strength it took to let them go. See, when a woman aligned with her purpose, her whole energy shift, her voice change, her focus sharpen. She don't gossip, she grind. She don't chase, she build. She don't wait for permission, she move on conviction. She learned that peace ain't found in people, it's found in progress. And once she start tasting that, she don't crave nothing temporary again. Purpose don't beg, it don't compete, it don't seek validation. It just is. It call you to rise, to evolve, to stop running from what you've been meant to do. And once she answered that call, her whole world start reorganizing. The same people who used to drain her start falling off naturally. Not because she hate them, but because her energy no longer feed them. She moved like someone who found peace after war. Quiet, certain, unshakable. And yeah, it get lonely sometimes. Purpose always do, because it demand isolation before elevation. It strip away what's fake so you can see what's real. It tests your patience, your faith, your courage. But she built for it now. She been through too much to fold when it get quiet. She used that silence to grow roots, to study herself, to reconnect with that voice that used to whisper, "You got more to do." Now she spend her time different. She invests in things that build legacy, not just lifestyle. She pour into her craft, her calling, her peace. She understand now that purpose don't always look glamorous. Sometimes it's grinding in the dark. Sometimes it's walking away from what looked good but felt wrong. But every time she choose herself, she get closer to what's meant for her. People start noticing the change. Some call it distance. She call it discipline. 'Cause she ain't the same woman who needed to be liked. She the woman who need to be aligned. Her vision too clear now to get caught in small talk and small minds. She understand that purpose demands sacrifice, time, comfort, approval. But she also know that what she's building gone outlast all of that. You can see it in her now. Peace where chaos used to live, focus where fear used to hide, confidence where doubt used to sit. She ain't waiting for nobody to save her. She became what she needed. She learned that sometimes choosing purpose looked like losing people. But the truth is, she never lost, she leveled. Now she walk in rooms with quiet power. She don't explain, she just exists. Every step got intention, every move got meaning. And when she look in the mirror, she see a woman who finally stopped running from her gift. A woman who understand that purpose ain't something you find, it's something you remember. And once she remember who she really is, She don't chase crowds, she build kingdoms. She don't seek approval, she create impact. She don't live for people no more, she live for purpose. There comes a time when a woman stop arguing, stop explaining, stop defending what she know is real. She realized not every battle deserve her voice, not every fool deserve her energy. So she fall back, not out of weakness, but wisdom. That's when silence become her weapon. That's when stillness turn into power. See, when you've been through enough, you learn talking don't change much. People gonna hear what they wanna hear, see what they wanna see. You could spend your whole life trying to prove yourself to folks who already made up their mind. So she stopped. She stopped chasing, understanding from the misunderstood. She stopped explaining her peace to people who only know chaos. She started letting her silence speak for her. 'Cause silence don't argue, it reveals. She learned that the loudest room ain't always the realest one, that noise don't equal truth, that sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all, 'cause silence got weight to it. It make people uncomfortable, it make them question. When she stopped responding, they start realizing. When she stopped reacting, they start exposing themselves. That's the beauty of it. Her quiet became her mirror. She used to think speaking up was how she proved strength. Now she knows restraint is stronger. Anybody can clap back, but it takes discipline to stay still and let time do the talking. She understands that silence don't mean she don't care. It means she care about peace more than pride. She ain't in the business of explaining her energy anymore. She protect it, she guard it, she move with intention. In her silence, she started hearing herself again. All that noise from the outside world used to drown her own voice out. Now she listened different, to her spirit, to her intuition, to the whispers that guide her steps. She realized the answers she'd been seeking was never out there. They've been inside her the whole time, just waiting for her to quiet the world down long enough to listen. You can tell she reached that level, 'cause her reactions change. She don't get triggered easy no more. She don't waste words on disrespect. She don't compete. She don't chase. She don't explain. She let actions talk and time translate. People used to mistake her silence for weakness till they realize she ain't silent out of fear. She's silent out of focus. She know her energy too expensive to spend on nothing. When a woman reached that place, her aura shift. She walk with peace in her eyes and power in her posture. She don't need to tell you she evolved. You feel it. She don't seek revenge. She trusts karma. She don't seek closure. She becomes it. Her silence ain't absence. It's alignment. It's her knowing she don't owe nobody access to her emotions. She understand now that power don't live in reaction. It live in restraint. She ain't afraid to disconnect to protect her mind. She learned that some arguments ain't worth the energy, 'cause the truth don't need defense. It just needs time. And she got patience now, the kind that come from pain healing and understanding that peace ain't loud. It's steady. It's sacred. It's chosen. Her silence turned into a filter. It started revealing who's real and who just loud. She started seeing how many people was drawn to her chaos but disappeared when she found calm. That's how she knew she was growing. 'Cause peace will always offend the ones addicted to drama. And she fine with that. She don't explain her evolution to people still stuck in confusion. Now she moved like water, quiet, clear, unstoppable. Her silence ain't empty. It's full of answers. It's where she recharge, where she rebuild, where she reconnect with what really matter. She learned that not responding don't mean she lost the argument. It means she won her freedom. 'Cause when you choose silence, you choose control. Control over your peace, your energy, your narrative. And that's real power. Not the kind that shout, but the kind that shifts rooms without a word. Her silence command respect now. People feel it. It got gravity. It remind that you don't need to prove what's already known. You don't need to fight what's beneath you. You don't need to react when you already evolved past it. So now she let the noise fade. She let time speak. She let peace lead. 'Cause she finally understand silence ain't the absence of sound. It's the presence of strength. And when she mastered that, she didn't lose her voice. She found her power.